two rookies, Jaxson, Dart, and Skattebo. 4, 4, and 6 are all over everybody's timeline right now. And there's highlights from Skattebo whenever he was in high school doing the same shit he's doing right now. This dude has been a rolling ball of bust your ass since he started playing football. His mom told a story on College Game Day whenever we did a feature on him about him taking his brother's pads and running into telephone poles. Last year when I learned of this man, and more specifically, the size of his head, okay, his head size, he's like A.J. Hawk. He utilizes his head as a weapon because it actually is. It's bigger, it's tougher, it's thicker, I think, than most folks, and he utilizes that. And he is a dog. There he is.
There we go.
He's an absolute dog. At Arizona State, he was electrifying, and everybody was like, well, his size, with the way he plays, he can't be Mike Allstar at that size. And then you hear his teammates talk about it, he's like, this guy's an idiot, but he's the man. He might be the Rob Gronkowski of running backs. Actually,
yes.
Like he seems to have a football IQ that's like through the roof, an infectious personality, and everywhere he goes is seemingly having success. This guy is a dog through and through, and his dad, I think, owns a pest control company. Okay, so you're talking blue collar, absolute dog. Literally generational, and he is entertaining to watch, and so is Jaxson Dart. Can you talk a little bit about how special this Giants team is? And follow up, why didn't we have Jaxson Dart starting at the beginning of the season? Shefty, what did we not know at the time that he was the guy?
A few things here. First of all, these two guys have brought an incredible amount of juice. All of a sudden, a few weeks ago, Malik Neighbors tears his ACL. Everybody thinks the season's over. They're left for dead. And now it looks like this franchise has been infused with juice. Jaxson Dart has got so much swag to him and so much confidence that I don't even know that he realizes that he shouldn't be going out and beating the defending Super Bowl champions, but he did. Cam Skattebo runs like he's a character out of the Flintstones. And to me, you could start calling the guy Bam Bam Cam Skattebo right now.
Okay, Shefty. Okay, Shefty.
Bam Bam Cam.
Bam Bam Cam. Bam Bam Cam. Make sure you get credit for that, Shefty.
TM.
Yeah, that's not a bad name. That's not a bad name. Bam Bam Cam Skattebo. I like the way it comes out right there. Bam Bam Cam Skattebo. Yeah, I like it.
The Flintstones, right out of, what do they call that? The town that
Bedrock.
Bedrock.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Bedrock. Straight out of Bedrock. And that guy runs hard. And yeah, Mike Allstott is a great comparison. But he looks like he wants to just run you over. He's the human tush push, is what he is. Like, the Eagles have a whole unit going. This guy pushes everybody by himself and just runs over people. Like, this is Zach Bond right there. Zach Bond is an all-pro linebacker. And it's like, get out of my way. So these two guys, these two rookies,
boom,
they have just filled this team with energy. And if the Giants, just think about this. I know there's so many games in the NFL that go this way, but they were in Dallas. They went to overtime. They could have and should have won that game. They'd be 3-3 right now, and we will be talking about them and saying, could they win the NFC East? That's what you'd be talking about if they had won the game in Dallas. But they didn't.
Bam, Cam, Skattebo. The huge push. This dude is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about a three. If they were 3-3, with these two rookies being the conversation piece and seemingly being perfect for each other, but not just each other, they're perfect for Daboll. Okay, we obviously have seen how Daboll operates with Hard Knocks. We respect the way he runs those meetings, how he runs his kind of draft evaluation process. I've gotten a chance to chat with him whenever he was in town for the combine. Feels like he is a guy that is very similar. He's a football guy through and through. Everybody said he has this incredible ability to bring out the best in people, and then we've seen it not really work at the New York Football Giants for whatever reason. And then obviously Hard Knocks opens up and we learn even more about him and the entire operation, entire process. And then Saquon does his thing. It's been a dump on the Giants operation process for some time now, I would say, from a lot of different people. Daboll feels like he's got these two sons. Okay, it feels like they are maybe his boys. These are Daboll's boys right here, Cam Skattebo and Jaxson Dart. And it feels like they're building something special. And I think he even cares for him like he's their damn father. And last night, Daboll maybe ended up in some shit. Are we thinking that he's maybe he's going to be in some stuff for some stuff that happened last night, even though they get a big win?
There was the incident here where Jaxson Dart goes down. and he's hit on the shoulder if you watch the replay, but he has to adjust his mouthpiece and his helmet. This is a better angle of it right here. Hit right there on the shoulder, goes down, his helmet gets dislodged, and it looks like to the overhead spotter, okay, we got to get this guy in the medical tent. And Jaxson Dart goes over to the medical tent. Brian Daboll goes over to the medical tent, which is a no-no. Coach is not allowed in the tent, near the tent, has to stay out of the tent. There he is, peeking his head into the tent. And the NFL said today that it is initiating a review of what occurred last night. Now, Brian Daboll apologized to the head trainer right there for getting heated because the head trainer or the head doctor is trying to be a part of the decision-making process. He doesn't even make the final decision, but he's a part of the team there. And Brian Daboll obviously didn't like what he heard, but he apologized to that man.
Go!
Say, I'm going to burn a timeout if I need him back. Like, how quick? He's saying I need to burn a timeout.
That was after Russ didn't pick up the 3rd and 9. He's like, come on.
Yeah.
Boy, tough night for
dirt.
Russ.
Russ throws it in the dirt, gets his ass booed out of the field, and then all of a sudden, the head coach, offensive coordinator goes, oh, no, where is this? Let's go! That is worst-case scenario for Russell Wilson. All the parts. The let's go thing, certainly cherry on top of it all. But it has been a week of fines. And has there been ever, first time I think we got a chance to see inside the tent, you actually sent me this tweet moments before we went live. I think the guy's name is Dahn, so they gave a tour of the blue tent for the first time last night before the game. Here's Dr. Sills.
Never any coaches in here, never any other players in here, never anybody else.
Where's the P-book?
And athletic trainer will be in here too, but never more than those people. Never any coaches.
They put that out before the game. Never. And then Dave was like, "Yo,
we might see one."
There.
And then Cam Skattebo went in there too. Like, it never happens, but it's going to happen tonight. Just hours after Alan Sills was in there, right? Like, again.
I shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh. Obviously, it's very serious, and that blue tent should be a sanctuary and an escape for medical professionals to decide what's best for the player. I understand that completely.
But I'm just telling you, only in the NFL could you have the medical director giving a tour of it right before the game, saying this is never where a coach or a player goes, only to have those situations unfold right after.
I mean, we knew Jaxson Dart and Skattebo were going to be, story, but bro, they helped the defense get better. All of a sudden, Brian Daboll's a great coach. The concession team did a better job. Parking out front did a better job. Like this dude affected everybody. I was leaving. Al and I were walking out with everybody, and we walked by a couple of these older ushers that are in the area where the booth was. And I said, "Hey, man, how long you been here doing this job?" And he's like, 40 years. I was like, when was the last time, because I don't get here a lot, when was the last time the Giants had a home game with this kind of juice, this kind of vibe? And he said, honestly, Daboll's first year, they made the playoffs. He goes, but I haven't seen or felt that in decades. Think about that. And that's a guy that's at every game. And I said it during the broadcast, sometimes we get caught up in quarterbacks and the XOs, and he can make this throw. And this is an example of a guy impacting the entire franchise because of his belief. You can call it the it factor. You can call it confidence. Clearly making quick decisions, very well prepared. But he's got an aura around him. Skattebo doing backflips after he scores. I mean, these guys have gone from like, nobody wants to watch them to now. I don't know about you. I want to watch the Giants next week. And they were up 14-3 on the Saints last week, and they had 5 straight turnovers. This team could very easily be 3-0 with this combination of Dart and Skattebo. So a lot of fun. And then for Philly, it's like, holy cow, now what? I mean, they already felt the sky was falling before this game, and now you lose this one. You're still 4-2, but their fan base, that's a tough night for that city. Lose to the Dodgers to clinch the NLCS for LA, then lose this game 34-17. That's got to be one of the darkest nights for Philly in a long time.